So I want to tell you a story about a illustration that took me about 6 months to complete. Okay, it didn't actually take me 6 months, but it kind of did. Um, in retrospect, it probably could have taken me a week to finish, probably even less. But I wanted to take my time with this one, not 6 months worth of time, but my time with it, and try to get it right. But let me tell you the story of why this took me so long. And to do that, I'm going to have to take you back all the way to the beginning of June. So, M-Track, I guess, is where the process of this illustration began. This is where I took a 20-hour train ride to Milwaukee to be part of the Illustration Intensive Fantasy Arts Workshop. It's put on by Jeff Maricola, Aaron Miller, Steve Prescott, Howard Lyon, and it's like this week-long workshop where you're hanging out with a bunch of fantasy artists and you're just learning about painting and the painting process and how to create fantasy art, and it's awesome. We also got to draw these raccoons. This one's mine. And that's where this all started. I was able to work with some of these guys to kind of put this idea together. The original idea was something like this, but a little bit more zoomed out, and we were able to bring it all in. And then I started creating some of these thumbnail sketches that would become this full illustration. The original idea was, or the original concept, I guess, was my little fawn dude over here sitting down near the tree and playing his instrument. But I thought because the tree was already sleeping, I wanted to give him a little bit more energy. So I stood him up, put him in this like more dancing position, and made him look a little bit happier, I guess. I really liked the way that this was going, so this is the idea I kind of stuck with. So now that I had the idea down, I had to start sketching. I only had a few days left, and I really wanted to get this done while I was there. I was pulling up references, I was doing it all, and I wanted to do the full illustration. I wanted to sketch, ink, paint it, get it all done, and have a final illustration by the end of the week. I guess, as we all know, that didn't happen. I sketched it, I inked it, I kind of painted it, but I definitely didn't get it all done. Inking for me usually takes the longest. I don't know why. I have this very particular inking style that I like to use, but it takes a couple of like going over it a couple times to get the line width that I like. Maybe I just need to start using a brush pen or something. I don't know. But that took a while. I'm so glad that my studio is right near the hospital where the sirens go off all day, and that my new mic is really good at picking up everything. It's just wonderful. Anyways, yeah, inking took forever. By the last couple of days, I was able to start thinking about color, as you're going to be able to see here soon. I do like the way the inking came out. I think it kind of created a lot of depth, and a big thing I learned while I was out there is how important it is to do color comps. It actually kind of saved my butt here. While I was working on this, I noticed that the background was a little bit too warm, and my character was also going to be kind of warm. So I redid the background on a separate piece of paper, and it ended up looking like this, and I really loved it. It's like nice cool greens, the mountain in the background. I thought that was going to work so much better than what I had, and it also kept it more simple. I think the mountains that I had there before, or not the mountains, the trees that I had there before kind of made it too complicated. And then it was time to put just a ton of masking fluid down. Masking fluid did, is that the word? Basically everything. The tree, the fawn, the trees in the back, the little sleeping rabbit. He's sleeping, he's not dead. Everything. I'll tell you the story about the sleeping rabbit later. But yeah, I think it came out great. And this is pretty much where I kind of finished off here. I was able to take some of the masking fluid off and paint little bits of the flowers and the trees in the background, the other little sleeping trees you'll see. And I was able to do the rabbit as well, but that's kind of like where that ended for me there. And I wasn't going to be able to pick this back up for another 6-ish months. It was fun while it lasted. And it is November now, and it's been about 6 months, and it's kind of cold out, but not really, because I'm in Massachusetts where we're getting record highs. Besides the point, and I'm getting back into it. You can see that I did a little bit of work here already. I kind of got his hair going and a little bit of his ears, and he's starting to look like a happy little boy. I'm actually really glad to be painting this one again. I also feel like I was afraid to kind of get back into it for a while. I didn't want to ruin what I already had. I liked the way the drawing looked, and I don't know. I was scared of it. Watercolor is scary. I've been painting with watercolor for a few years now, but sometimes I'm just like, I don't want to ruin it. But I had the time, so I was like, it's just paper and watercolor. And I mean, if it looks bad at the end, I'll just, throw it out, start over. I don't know. But yeah, this is me just finishing up now. And as I finish it up, I kind of want to tell you the story about Finn and the fowl roots, which are the trees you're going to see here. There's some in the back that are a little harder to see, and there's the big guy too. And there's a story behind this one that I want to tell you guys. Every year, the kingdom on top of the mountain has their summer festival. And every year, they have the same problem. The fowl root. Large talking trees that love to grow on the side of well-traveled roads, just to insult and complain about those who are passing by. Usually they're not a problem. You can just ignore them. But in the beginning of summer, when they're just starting to wake up, they're exceptionally grumpy. For years now, the kingdom has had to deal with a growing population of them sprouting up all over the main roads to the castle. So, the kind king, not wanting to cut them down, hired a faun named Finn. With a particular skill, Finn, along with his magical lute, can put anyone or any tree to sleep. So came the morning of the festival, and Finn, as promised, made his way down, playing his lute, putting all the trees to sleep. But unfortunately, his magic was just a little bit too powerful, making all the plants, animals, and all the passerbys fall asleep with them. So as I'm kind of finishing things off here, adding the last bit of detail, some of the mushroom colors, some of the shadows. I want to thank you guys for watching. Um, yeah, I haven't been doing this for too long, so still learning, still kind of getting the hang of it. But I like showing and sharing my art with you guys, and kind of getting to do some of these stories that go along with it. There's the horn again. And I also have a few that I need to finish that got neglected this summer, so I'm gonna be finishing off some of those pieces. But with that, here are some of the final shots of this piece. I hope you enjoy. If you can, please like and subscribe. It's a new channel and a whole new venture for me. And yeah, I want to just keep sharing my art and keep doing what I'm doing. Thank you guys.